2005, May 19. Look at that.
Here on South Mountain.
Look, there was some black shit flew off around it too, just like in that other recording. Check it out.
Here on South.
There it is. It appeared, the black deal right there. Look at that.
South
Look, it went down into the ground.
Mountain.
Look, and then it went up and flew off. Or a second one, I think. While that thing was showing all the hand. Well, that was something they couldn't know. These people cannot think about that. That's the other part of the puzzle that this
that they drew.
This guy that is cool doesn't know.
They drew what they saw on rocks as a records.
Exactly.
As a record of
That's
what they
right.
were
Like a
experiencing
video
in these
recording, but he had to do it on the road because they didn't have a freaking video recorder.
Valley of the Sun.
So they use the rocks as their canvases.
The land of the giants, because we find a lot of petroglyphs here that depict giants.
Look at that, the giants, the one that Enoch talked about.
And
we find
graffiti
their
that they were doing, but they were actually telling a story of something important.
What's going on with this one?
Here we find what looks like a lizard guy, because we have a tail here, we have his legs, and you can see that he's in the appeasement pose, much like what us sky watchers do. We look up and we're like, hey, you know, what are you? Come and see us. And here is a depiction of what looks like a worm or a creature. Okay, and this is the type of stuff that we're looking for here in the Valley of the Sun. In my opinion, it's not a craft, but another life form. It's another creature.
Exactly, just
And this is
manifested
actually
from the
what this
system.
Native Americans saw in the sky. And if you look up right over here, you can see another one there. All right. Now I videotaped this. I've seen that creature there Easter Sunday.
Check it out, there it is.
You have a picture of that video of it?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Look at that, right there. Same thing they have seen in Mexico and everywhere. Sky worm, no, it's not any freaking worm. And I bet you that is another hand.
Rocky, why don't you explain this one to us?
Here we have on this panel.
Because it's all,
spirals,
that's the symbol
and
of the
here's one
designer.
as it's going down, which means that the doorway for the spirits is in the ground here. We have another spiral, seems to be
You got the
representing
coyotes
this
down
going
there
up.
too.
So not only do we have a doorway,
But it's
on the
not a
ground, but we also
coyote,
have
it's a
doorway
life
in the
form.
sky. We have a
Deer.
coyote, or a deer, if you will, and he's looking up at what we might think is a spiritual being. Okay, we have this worm here. And what we're looking at is actually photographs of what these creatures look like. I've seen these worms in the sky here. Over here, we have a bow tie, and
There you
some of the
go.
petroglyphs here, these bow ties actually
The
grow
reptilian
legs and
cross
arms
tie.
and a head.
Ha!
And this is representing
Amazing.
a spirit being, a UFO.
They
if
are
you will. On top here, you'll see
Taking
that this
down
is
so many
pointed
military
on top
jets, it's
in the sky.
unreal. Look at
is
this
of
one.
these serpent creatures that I filmed many times here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Look at
And
this one.
It's up high, or it's as to say that it's been seen in the sky here. He's a very powerful entity. This is one of my favorite panels here.
But you don't know, you don't talk to them. It's sad, man. The eagle.
This panel right here really depicts
Oh, the hawk, I don't
what
know.
the Indians were trying to say
Oh,
here.
look at
on
that,
Sky
the
Mountain.
turtle.
When you look at the rock art here, you're not just supposed to look
His name.
at the art here, but actually what the artist is trying to tell us. And he's trying to tell us that the art is depicting the back of the landscape here. It's depicting the
Exactly.
landscape. Here we have,
Look at the
This
pyramidal
point here.
shaped mountain.
okay, now this represents the two
Energetic
pyramids
points.
that are behind us.
There
This
you go.
pyramid represents this pyramid here, and there's another pyramid that we'll see on the other side there. Now, if you look, the pyramid is in the shape of a serpent. Okay, this is a serpent making these two pyramids. So the Indians are trying to tell us that there's a serpent, a big serpent that dwells within these two pyramids here. On top, between the two valleys of the pyramid, comes up and is this creature here. This is a UFO spirit creature. And to the left of him is the sun. So when the sun is in the right position, it opens up the two doorways of the pyramids for these spirit beings.
You know, Jeff, words form pictures in people's minds. And when it comes to the word spirit, people have no idea what to do with a mind picture for the word spirit. And so I think for most people, I think it's fair to say that most people think of something in the air just flying through the air, but which has no form. But as we look at these things, and as I look at some of the film you've shot, what these Indians called spirits actually had form. They could see them with their eyes. They were really strange looking things.
That's right.
And I'm glad you've done this work over the last 5 years, learning to understand what this rock art is all about in relationship to what you've seen here in this Phoenix Valley. It is remarkable. There is a spiritual world that actually has form.
That's correct.
And these Indians and the people that lived here...
Indian, wrong term. Indians are for Indians. Native American, you fuck.
While we were filming this segment, we inadvertently captured
Check it out.
a spirit anomaly.
He showed up at
Watch
them.
carefully as it appears out of nowhere and rapidly accelerates upward.
Because the medium is the same to them. Look, there's the
Studying
object.
these UFOs and watching them for many years, I've come to find out that
Look at that. It's a freaking hand. Golly, it's sad, man, to know this shit and hear people blabbing about UFO, whatever. There ain't no such a thing as UFO.
these things like energy spots, power plants seem to be
That is
the
true.
intergalactic.
Look at that, how it moves, no problem. Look at that, the cylinder. Oh boy, oh boy.
I noticed that these UFOs
Look at that, same thing.
hover over some electrical power plants, and sometimes they would gather up so much energy that they would start to steam. And studying this type of phenomenon,
Look at that shit right
I
there.
found out that
Look at that, boy. Oh boy. Look at the medium. This is what interests me. This medium. You see the same thing you see from the space station, the same thing that I recorded with my camera when that thing blew up the transformer. Look, it's right there. That's the medium. We cannot see it because we are stupid, man. Look at the stringers. It's an organic shit, but it's translucent. They produce from that. It's not that they're flying freely and none of that is true. They're just producing from that and appear that they're flying. Look,
UFOs
the same type of energy, light emitting like the entity from Gladys Cordova. Exactly like it.
hover over some electrical power plants, and sometimes
It's not hovering, it's
gather up so much
producing.
energy.
And
that they would start
electricity
to
is the medium for everything.
Studying this type of phenomenon,
Look at that, right there. A cylinder. It's not a sphere, it's a cylinder thing. And look at the energy. Look like it's producing from a window. Look at the check this out. Look at it next to it. That darkish is like a window, like where that thing is protruding from it. It's difficult to explain this shit, and you can show it, but explaining it is difficult, and people don't want to go there. They just don't. It made them uncomfortable. They avoid it. They thought, oh, that's the devil. That's this fucking religious asses always come out with some bullshit.
I come to find out,
See, look at the purple. Even after I took the color off, it's showing purplish. That's amazing. And look at this tubing, translucent dark tubing. And you can see it, it's all over the place, all these columns. And then you see the horizontal ones.
that these mountains, South Mountain is one of them,
Look at that.
was created by a fault line. And these fault lines generate a type of energy. And
Look at that.
this would explain on the reasons why these UFOs like mountains so much, especially the ones with the fault lines, is because they're absorbing the energy that the fault lines are producing.
The Ethereum,
Along
Aether,
these fault lines,
as
some
Nikola
people
Tesla
like to call
called
ley
it.
lines, we find
Look at this
pyramids.
pyramidal
And
deal.
these pyramids, whether they're natural phenomenon pyramids or if they're man-made pyramids,
It's not
we find
man-made
them on
either.
certain spots around the world that harnesses
It's all
attracts
made
energy.
by the
And
environment
this is the reason why the
entities.
UFOs like these pyramids so much is because they're sitting on top of
Energy
markers,
points.
ley lines, or fault lines.
That's true.
It's obvious from the wall art that the holocron had no love relationship with the numerous spirits in the sky. But why?
This is
The sacrificial
the
shit.
altar.
Bad
On the
deal.
backside of this altar, we find Mayan or Aztec art. Now, clearly, this is art that we
The
find
fuck
on the
didn't
pyramids of
understand
Mexico.
nothing, so they
And
kill
we have
people.
These
Sacrifices.
orbs, okay,
Oh my
and they're
God.
connected together.
Like I
Now,
say,
I've
what you
seen
put
a
in
lot
is
of
what you
orbs,
get out.
Together like this, and they actually are connected. Okay, as to say they're connected together. And I believe when they do this, they're either interacting with each other.
Check it out,
or
check
they're
it out.
absorbing each other's energy by connecting themselves together.
Look at that.
When we come around to the front side of this
Did
altar,
you see how it changed to dark when it was
You
up
can
on the
clearly
sky?
see
What we
how
think
this
is the
has been
sky.
carved
Oh
out.
my God.
This
Did
whole
you see
panel
that
here,
cloud back there?
along with this here, has been carved out.
Right there. Look at the geometry. Perfect. It's like they are observing and listening to him. Look at that. There's some translucent shit right here. Upon the. Wow, man, that is insane. Look at this translucent shit right there. Look. Right there. And then look at the so-called sky. We don't observe anymore. We have been stupidized by the time. The whole place is an entire structure. Look at the geometry. Look, there is a pyramid right here with a pointy deal. And that's where the thing is opening. That's where the thing, and look at, oh my God. Oh boy. I would love to go to that place. Look at this column right here, look. And this one. This is structures. This place is full of structures. They appear to look natural, they're not. The kid is in the right on the money, but not completely. It's missing a part that I know. It's all about the
So you
hand
see
symbol.
how this has been carved out. This whole panel
Look,
here,
there's still blood on
along
the
with
shit.
this here, has been carved out. And we find stains.
Blood stain.
Okay, that seems to
Look
be
at the white
leaking
lines.
off of this altar. Before they did their sacrifice, if you notice, it's right at a dried up riverbed. And what they used to do is they used to purify themselves first by washing themselves